The Bible is clear. Not everybody is meant to go where God is taking you. Some people must be loved from a distance or not at all. Here are 7 types of people the Bible warns us to remove from our lives before they destroy what God is trying to build in us. So let's start with number 1, the backbiter or the gossiper. But what does the gospel teach us? It says a perverse person stirs up conflict and gossip and separates close friends. This is in Proverbs 16:28. These are the type of people that smile in your face, but then tear you down in rooms that you're not in. Remember Judas? He sat at the table alongside with the other 12 apostles, and he still betrayed Jesus with a kiss. Number 2, the enabler of sin. Let's look at what the Bible says. In Corinthians 15:33, it says, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character." We remember the story of Lot. Lot's wife looked back because of what she was attached to, sinful comforts. And what happened? She turned into a pillar of salt. Some people keep you stuck in the old life while God is trying to bring you out into the new one. I think of these people as the people that can't stop partying, they maybe drink, they get into a lot of trouble. These people continue to do that. They kind of like living in that sin. And hence the reason I call them the enablers of sin. They enable that. They relish in the opportunity to get into some debauchery. As you're growing spiritually or even just growing as a person, you want to get rid of those type of people. Now let's move to number 3. These are the people that are the limiter of faith. The Bible tells us in Philippians 3:2, beware of dogs, beware of evil workers, beware of mutilation. Jesus had to put certain people out of the room before performing certain miracles. And this is according to Mark 5:40. Some people limit your faith because their spirit is filled with doubt, fear, or control. I don't think you'll succeed. I don't think you're talented at that. Do you really want to start a new business? I mean, you don't have the money. These are your limiters of faith, right? They constantly put that doubt into your head. So you got to watch for people like that. But number 4, people you have to watch for and put out of your life are the deceivers and manipulators. The Bible tells us in 2 Corinthians 11:13-14, for such people are false apostles, deceitful workers, masquerading as apostles of Christ. We know these deceivers and manipulators in church. We just saw that man, the bishop, that was a person saying that, I need people to give $1,000. We see this in a lot of the prosperity ministries, but we also see it in the manipulation of our government, manipulating us and using us. And these are deceivers and manipulators, to the point where when you finally discover that you've been taken for a ride, it's kind of too late. You got to watch for these people. And that is why the part in 2 Corinthians there, when he says masquerading as apostles of Christ, there are people that are right on these apps that masquerade. They go around, they're giving money to homeless people for clout. I find that like manipulative behavior. Obviously, teaching people about the Bible is a little different. I like watching channels that teach you about different things in the Bible, but it's a little different than showcasing yourself, giving money to homeless, going and buying food for people that maybe don't have it, and then using that for a video. But an example from the Bible would be Delilah. Delilah didn't love Samson. She loved what she could get from him. So we can also have this in our relationships, right? Watch for people who study you just to use you. Number 5 is the betrayer. And in Psalms 41:9, even my close friend, someone I trusted, one who shared my bread, has turned against me. And sometimes your greatest pain comes from the people you trusted the most in life. Like Judas, like Absalom betraying David, like Cain killing Abel. On and on. Many, many examples in the Bible show us that betrayer mentality. And sometimes it's the people that we propped up on a pedestal that we looked up to are the very ones that hurt us. So we have to be careful of people like that as well. Number 6, we're almost there. So the constant complainer and negative spirit. According to Philippians 2:14, the Bible warns us against this. It says, do everything without grumbling or arguing. There's people that complain about getting up and working. There's people that grumble about their lot in life. The Israelites complained so much at one point in the wilderness that an entire generation missed the promised land. Some people will keep you wandering in circles because all they see is what is wrong. To number 7, this is the jealous and envious spirit. For where envy and self-seeking exists, confusion and every evil thing are there. James 3:16. Saul didn't hate David because David did anything wrong. Saul hated David because God's favor was on him. Be careful of people who secretly resent your growth. They don't want to see you succeed. And we know these people because they're the kind of people that, stalk your Instagram. They don't want to act like they care, but they do care because they're secretly watching your videos or they're asking other people about you. Your name is constantly in their mouth. God is calling you to protect your peace, your purpose, and your destiny. And sometimes that means letting go of the people you love because their spirit is dangerous to yours. The Bible isn't just a book about fate, guys. It's a manual. It's an actual manual for survival. If you guys like this video, please share it. Please like the video. It's free to give a like. Have a great day. Think for yourself.